Woman going home, trying to get to her apartment.
They're telling her to move, but that's a public sidewalk. They're telling her to move. Watch, if they shoot her. Holy
Good on the lady filming here. Really good on the lady filming. You got the filming, the commentary, running over. Hey, that's good. That's pro-social behavior.
Come here.
Oh.
Sit down. Sit down. Where'd it get you? Really, fuck off. She's not doing anything. Come on. We're moving, assholes. Ooh, you got it. Hang on. I just need to get out of their sight. Here. I got some supplies in my bag. Sit down.
You know, I get criticized sometimes for the cynicism. I will say the key difference between me and the misanthropic nihilist jerk-offs you see or whatever who give up on the whole process is that I believe, unlike many people, that humans are fundamentally good. See, whenever the power goes out, whenever there's a big blackout, what do you see in the streets? People playing. Seriously. Every time. I have always believed this. I even say this with the Republicans, don't I? I say, you know, besides all the politics, you can drive through rural area, red states, go through Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Most of the people you interact with are going to be right, fine, nice people to you. And it's not, like, inauthentically nice. Well, you can? Yes, there are sundown states. Or sorry, sundown towns, of course. But even if you're black, I would be willing to bet that the majority of interactions you would have, driving in, you know, you're just running around the Sun Belt or whatever, would be more or less positive. I think that people are naturally pro-social. I think that's kind of like a, we're kind of biologically locked into that to a large extent. Or at the very least, that's the default. It's the norm you have to be pulled away from. You know? You have to be taught to not be like that. Anyway, sorry. I'm just trying to be a little positive. I know that's what I'm thinking because, you know, I've seen a lot of videos of police brutality. But I don't usually see videos of people reacting this sympathetically. Have I talked to you guys about my beautiful partner? I gotta take a lesson from them. You know, they're very pro-social. They're very, very pro-social. In this respect. Like if they see someone who looks like they're in trouble. Now, okay, I'm influenced a little bit here by sort of you know, my father is a very stoic man, you know, very stoic, or as they say, as the kids say. I was raised kind of, you know, not necessarily mind your own business. I was given a good social education on the importance of people working together, but for the most part, my understanding of how people interact in public is, you know, most people want to be left alone. But my beloved, beautiful partner, anytime they see somebody who's in trouble, they run up to help. There's something they want to see changed about the world, like a garbage bag in the middle of the street, or like debris, you know, remove the debris, or one of those stupid Lime bikes that's like blocking, like it's in the wrong place. Those Lime bikes are heavy, but they're not as strong as me, I'll tell you that much. But they run up and they, you know, and I help, but sometimes they run ahead of me. They try to move it out of the way. And they do this with everything, you know? There have been times, there was this one time, I'll tell you, there was this one time. We were taking the ferry, in Washington. I don't know which ferry. I'm sorry. There's a lot of ferries. Because Seattle, there's a whole bunch of, there's like a archipelago out there. But we were taking it, okay? And we had our car parked on the boat, and we were on the deck of the ship. And we were chilling. And we were at the front, what do you call it, the bow of the ship, and there were two kids there who were behaving irresponsibly. Like, they were kind of jumping up at the edge of the railing at the front of the ship. And the railing is not like the railing on a walkway over an overpass or whatever. It's not 10 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like, you could pretty easily jump over the front of the ferry. And then you die. You know, because you tumble down the front. You get sucked under the sort of rip the water, and, you know, you're going to drown. Or get, like, hit on the head or something. Anyway, there were a bunch of adults on the bow of the ship. So I'm thinking, oh, those kids are irresponsible. Their parents are probably somewhere nearby. They'll get reined in. Minutes pass. These kids are not getting reined in. They are getting more bold, though, okay? One of these kids is, like, doing the thing where they're, like, on the monkey bars, where you grab it and, like, push it up like this and, like, lean over the front like this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I know American parents. If I do anything, if I talk to these kids, instantly, some adult in this crowd, some dipshit f***ing parent, is going to say, excuse me, why the f*** are you talking to my son? And I'm going to have a 30-minute argument with them when I'm supposed to be enjoying this ferry ride about, like, your kid was about to tumble off the front of the boat. And I'm thinking, like, this is a cost benefit. How much are these children's lives worth to me? And I think, do they pay taxes? No. Are they subscribed to my channel? Possibly, but unlikely. You know, I don't really. I mean, like, what am I to do? But I'm deliberating this. While I'm deliberating, what does my beautiful partner do? Runs the f*** up to those kids and starts reading them the riot act. They pushed through too, because as soon as they went up, another adult up there turned to my partner and said, "Oh, it's your kids." And my partner said, "No, it's not my kids. I'm gonna talk to them," and went up and chewed them the f*** out. We never found those parents, by the way. So those two kids, I feel really bad for them. They have shitty parents, because they absolutely could have died. And none of the other people were doing anything because they were all like me. I was thinking, much like them, they were all thinking the same thing. I guarantee it. They were thinking, you know, yeah, bystander effect shit. You know, I don't want to be the one. But my beautiful partner with their big round ass and symmetrical face ran up and said, like, get the fuck away from the bow of the ship, essentially. How did I get to this? Oh, yeah. Anyway, my point is that we should all be more like my beautiful partner. Also, this lady seems nice.
They shot her. Yeah. Point blank. I literally just got it on video. They're gonna shoot. We're moving! We're moving! Stop! She's injured!
LA, man.
Come on. We gotta get across the street. Come on. We gotta go across the street. Where are you going?
I live here.
Okay.
I live here. I live here.
Come on. They just literally shot her point blank. No, she's not okay. Yeah, try right here.
Am I,
just look at it. Unless you want to go inside.
Am I talking or something?
Holy f guys. Okay.
Watch your legs, officers!
10-4.
Here.
What? Why is there other audio? Is that where the explosion was from? What the hell am I looking at? This is from the downtown San Antonio feed. This whole time it's made no noise. I didn't think that was gonna change. Okay. Well, ignore that. That's not relevant to what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Not this. What are we talking about? This. We found it. You're lucky it wasn't porn, dude. Yeah, you're right. I'm lucky it wasn't the YouTube live protest porn feed that I opened up and left unmuted. That would have been f***ing awkward. Jesus, you people and your mind in the goddamn gutter. Oh, sorry. I was trying to make a point here. The point that I was making about people being fundamentally good, I think, is that I think that if you with no context whatsoever gave this video to people all around the world, almost everyone would arrive at the same conclusions, right? This lady is nice. The one who was shot was the victim. Those cops were unjustified, etc. Right? You have to have additional layers of disinformation stacked on top to provide the justifications. You know what I mean? Like, the natural state of man is to look at this and be disgusted and appalled and so on, right? And I think that's it's a winning point in our favor, you know? It helps in our direction, certainly. The media has to work so hard to paint over this, you know?